What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be making a custom exhaust for my friend's E36 race car. This is my friend Chris's E36 track car. Not a race car, but it's like a fully built track car. It's got a half cage and everything, seats, semi-stripped out interior. I actually personally love this car. It's got an S52 in it. Simple E36 things. I am going to be making a complete custom race exhaust for this car. Now the exhaust on this car is kind of like not so good. There's some janky welds on it and stuff like that, so he just wants to completely get rid of it and make a new exhaust. Here in front of me on my welding bench, I have a Vibrant Performance muffler, 3-inch V-band, some exhaust hangers, and I have a huge box of stainless steel exhaust pipe.
I hate jacking cars up.
Guys, I don't think there's anything that I hate more than jacking cars up. I'm so used to working on a lift. I can't do this. I can't do this. Oh, and Bobby, I know you're watching this. I actually jacked the car up a little bit higher this time, so I can go under the car and have a little bit more room. Oh yeah, she's leaking some tranny fluid, boy. All right, so we got some headers right here. Then there's like this funky thing, this crappy pipe. This crappy pipe keeps on going down to, oh, doctor. Those are some mean looking welds. This is all gonna be replaced with a single 3-inch exhaust just to make it simpler. And personally, I think single exhausts sound better on inline sixes. And that just hit the E30. RIP. I got Chris a Vibrant Performance Street Power muffler. This muffler is extremely nice. It's powder coated. It is a pretty much complete straight through exhaust. I'm actually a big fan of how these mufflers sound. I have one on the E30, but the E30 is a 2.5-inch exhaust. We will be going to a full 3-inch exhaust. I'm basically gonna be making the same exact exhaust for my E30 that I am for Chris's M3. Oh, and if you guys are new here, this is my S54 swapped E30. Beautiful car. There's a whole build series up on this car. Go watch it. I'll link it right here. And for my people that do know this car and do watch my videos, you know I've been having some problems with this car. With the tune, we are switching to a matte-based CSL tune. The reason why I'm filming this video this weekend is because all the parts I ordered for this car are just wrong. So, yay.
Many hours later.
Oh my god, my viewers are gonna be like, what is going on? Alright guys, it's like a few hours later. Gavin is behind the camera right now. Gavin, show yourself.
Oh, what up?
We aren't filming on my stupid vlog camera. Gavin has his crazy Sony FX3. And if you guys don't know Gavin from, I guess, a couple videos ago, when we went and filmed that shoot in Swickley, this is Gavin. We're gonna be working together filming. He has a bunch of cool filming stuff, and I got a bunch of cool stuff to film. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna get back to work. I already told you what's going on with this car. First things first, we're gonna drop the exhaust, make a collector, put a bunch of pipe out the back, and then put this muffler at the back. So, how fast can I get this exhaust down? 15 minutes?
Yeah, you want to set a timer?
That wasn't even 10 minutes. That was like 5. Alright guys, I'm a mess getting that down, but as you can see, the biggest problem with this exhaust, other than the fact that it's UUC, because UUC is junk, don't buy their parts, there's no X-pipe in this exhaust. So normally on S52s or any BMW inline 6, you have an X-pipe in the exhaust to like help with gas flow, and it helps with sound. They sound a lot better with an X-pipe, but now we gotta make a collector, put the rest of the exhaust on, we'll be done. I say that like it's gonna be easy. Like I'm not gonna be done with this today.
It's gonna be a process.
You don't have to roll right now. I'm gonna figure out what I'm doing.
It's a movie 24/7 with me.
Man.
You gotta get used to it.
Alright guys, you're back on my camera because I don't want to take the super nice camera under the car but I'm gonna show you how I'm going to work with these flanges here. These are the header flanges that come down off of the headers. You guys can see how they aren't perfectly even with each other, and you can see how both of them are at a tilt. What I'm gonna do is basically just mark a line, because these have the perfect tilt with everything and they're at like the correct offset. I'm gonna just get like a straight edge, mark a line, and cut them both off in the same spot. At the end, they'll still both be the same distance from each other. Biggest pieces of advice: if you guys are making exhaust and doing fabrication, and you have like a table like this, drill a hole in it so you can keep stuff in it. I keep all my important stuff right here. This is the most important tool that I use.
Sharpie.
Oh, doctor! So basically I'm just taking the straight edge, laying it down, mark, and mark. Then I'll cut on those lines. Prepare yourself for loud noises. Send it. Right now we got the flanges, so we're gonna go back on the car and see what we're gonna do and how we're gonna manage to get these pipes into one pipe. And Chris, I know you're watching this video. This car is so oily underneath, dude. Somebody give me a doctor! My shed is an absolute mess. Like, I could literally rebuild a BMW out of this shed. You guys need N54 turbos, I got them. We are going to do, we're gonna take this and make a collector.
Should have you explain this in like dummy terms, because I don't even know kind of what a collector is.
Think of like,
because I know cars, but now
like
teach me the deets.
The merge like coming down from the highway, you know? Like two intersections merging together.
So you're gonna merge the two pipes? I'm gonna
merge the two pipes into one pipe. Oh, somebody call me a doctor!
You call him Dr. Julian.
Alright, so that's like, that's almost an inch. Almost an inch. The distance between the two pipes coming off the header is just a bit under an inch. It's about 3/4 of an inch. Imagine this collecting into one piece. So the space between here, right now, it's almost like 1 3/4 inches. So we're gonna need 3/4 of an inch gap from here to here. Now we have both of these. Dude, we're gonna clean these up and tack them together. And we're gonna have a little collector piece, and we're gonna have our 3-inch pipe slide over that. Dude, just trust me, bro. I feel so bad for my neighbors. It's Sunday at what, 3:34? And we're just out here making all kinds of noise. All right, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna put these together, tack them up just like that. Then we are going to cut the end off, then put our pipe, slip it over, and make our 2-into-1 collector. Screw the cup on, and then for this cup you can have your torch stand out a pretty good distance. Here we have the two pipes coming down off of the headers. Boom, right there. So if you guys can imagine, I'm gonna cut this, and then that's where our V-band's gonna go and connect us to the rest of the exhaust. I'm gonna cut this off, then tack the V-band onto this. Then I'm gonna take my hammer and hammer this down and form it up so it'll like sit up higher, and then we'll cut this and weld it together, and we'll have our collector. And here I go cutting a piece of an exhaust on Sunday at like 6 o'clock. But it's all good. Pinky's up. Listen, SpongeBob, if you want to act fancy, put your pinky up.
If you want to be fancy, hold your pinky up like this. The higher you hold it, the fancier you are.
So now you guys can see how I got everything formed up in. It's all formed nicely. I'm getting my rod, and we're gonna weld this all up. This is just really cool because we're using what you're good at to showcase what I'm good at.
Literally.
Dude, just get a fucking gander, dude. Red Bull, sponsor me. Red Bull Welding. Alright guys, we got the collector made, as you can see. I'm super happy with how this came out. Rest of the exhaust super easy because from here back it's pretty much just welding on pipes until we get to the end. I mean guys, look at these welds. This is the only spot that I'm kind of mad about because I had a gap. I had to fill a weld. I'm gonna let that cool and I'll see you guys in the morning. It's day 2 in the video. I did a little bit of work off camera. Let me show you what I got done. Yeah, I have the collector made. Everything's welded up, but I put these flanges on here. I just use my MIG welder to weld them on. They don't look the prettiest. Even if I TIG welded this, it still wouldn't look good just because this metal isn't the best. And now I have some of the exhaust starting to be formed. These are just 245s and then it gets it to the center of the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this up on the car and then we are going to finish mocking up the rest of the exhaust. Hopefully it shouldn't take me too long.
Oh, look at that.
We got our 3-inch V-band. This is tacked up into a 45 that comes down through here. Then another 45, then this gets us under the drive shaft, and then it comes out right there. And then I'm gonna go straight pipe down through here until the subframe right here. Look at this, I'm a genius. I actually had a straight pipe that I was cutting out those little sections from before, and it's actually perfectly fit, so I just slipped it over, and then bam, we got this running out through here. I somehow have to get that pipe right there up to here. I'm sorry, my neighbors are like having all their trees cut down today, so sorry about the noise. I cut a 90-degree pipe like this. I just cut it right down the center, so we have two 45s. The 45s, like you can put them like this. Kind of turns down to turn away from the subframe. Then I can take this and put it like that, and then it angles up towards the exhaust. Oh, beautiful. Oh my God, dude, this car is so oily. Look at that fitment through there. It just kind of like the exhaust just kind of comes around, swoops down, then comes up, and then shoots up. Oh, baby. I forgot to pick up the camera in about like an hour or so, but I got a lot done. I literally have like most of, don't mind these welds. Vibrant Performance literally put that coating in the inside and I went to tack it up and it just like burned all up and it looks like poop. So I'm gonna do that with the MIG welder. I have the exhaust off of the car. I have every single one of these welds I need to make. It's probably gonna be about hour and a half of just straight welding, so I better get to it. After like, I think that was like almost 2 hours or something like that, this entire exhaust is welded up. We got some nice looking, woo, doctor, look at those welds, boy. Man, look at this thing. M3, M5. This might be the last time you guys are seeing the M5. She might be going bye-bye. Something new's coming. Exhaust is finally on. I'm actually super happy with how the fitment turned out on this exhaust because Chris was pretty adamant about he didn't want to scrape anywhere. Yeah, there's barely any room up here. Coming under the rear subframe, it's not hitting, and then it's all tucked up super nice. But yeah, look how tight this exhaust sits. You can barely see it. We're gonna go around the neighborhood real quick just to make sure the exhaust doesn't rattle. But you have to make a test drive. You just have to. Sounds pretty good. All right, well, I guess that's the end of this video. Made a pretty nice exhaust on this E36 M3 race car. Oh, good thumbnail right there. And do I love this car. Ooh. Look at those two together. But real quick, before I close out the video, I want to talk about the E30. And there might be some cars being sold and some cars being bought potentially. We'll see how it goes. I ordered a bunch of parts for this car and they were wrong. Like these adapter thingies for the trumpets, these are for an S65, not for an S54, unfortunately. So I gotta order those up, get those right, and got everything squared away with the tune. We are switching to a map-based CSL tune from HTE. I emailed them. We're gonna get a tune sent in to us and then do some computer wizardry and stuff and put a map in the manifold. Super excited for this car, and hopefully as soon as I get it running good, she's gonna go off to paint and get repainted, and I have some nice wheels for it. I'm super tired, I'm covered in sweat. I'm just gonna close the video out here. As I always say, dream so big it's scary. Peace out, and I'll catch you in the next one.